Hello everyone. Now we'll continue the left part from last session, that is methods of soil exploration. Now in previous session we have discussed the methods of obtaining soil sample. Now in that five methods are there: auger boring, then wash boring, then rotary boring, then percussion drilling, then core drilling. Right? Now out of these we have already seen one method, that is auger boring. Now I just brief about the auger boring. Now this is the diagram for auger boring. There are different types of augers: post hole auger, then helical auger, then short flight auger, then continuous flight auger. Okay, and so this is briefly about the auger boring. It is suitable for various type of soil and depth. Then for a deeper boring, continuous flat auger is used. Then it can be operated manually or mechanically. Then up to 6 meter depth, we'll use hand auger, and above the 6 meter depth, we prefer the mechanical auger. Then post hole auger, the diameter is 15 to 20 centimeter for sampling purpose. Okay, and if the depth of bore is greater than 12-meter, then we have to provide some extra power to a mechanical auger. Then it becomes hectic and tedious. Okay, then difficult if there are large boulders and pebbles and cobbles present in your soil sample or in your soil. Okay, then it is rapid method and also economical method of soil investigation. So this is about auger boring that we have already discussed in last lecture. Now we will see the next type, that is wash boring. Okay, so this is the diagram for wash boring. I will explain the diagram. See the different parts of diagram. Okay, see here winch is there. Okay, so this is called as a winch, and in that winch rope is attached, and rope is attached with the pulley, and it is attached to the this assembly of your wash boring. Okay, and now this is, you can see, this is the tripod stand or tripod where the assembly is connected. Okay, and see here, this is the ground level. On that ground level the tripod is fixed, right? Then see here hollow drill rod. You can see this rod is hollow. Okay, it is rotated drill rod. Then you can see here, this is hatched portion is your casing pipe. Okay, we will provide the casing pipe to caving the outside or outer soil inside your hole. Okay, for that purpose we will provide the casing pipe. Then see here, here is assembly of settling tank. Whatever the mud you will produce in this hole, that will carry out upside, and it is settle in this settling tap, and clear water is overflowed here, and here is sump arrangement. Okay, and in this sump arrangement the clear water from this settling tank will collected, and this slump water is also again pumped and given to the this wash boring. Okay, and in this wash boring at the bottom there is a chopping bit. Okay, this is the chopping bit which is rotated, and the water is come from this chopping bit with a pressure. All right, and this is the pump, sump, settling tank. These are the different parts of your diagram. Okay, now I will explain one by one. Okay, now see, it is commonly used for a boring in a different soils, right? To start with the hole in advance, a short depth by auger, and then a casing pipe is pushed to prevent the sides from caving in. Right? What you have to done? You have to, for starting the wash bearing, first you have to do the advance hole. Means you have to prepare the hole by auger boring. Okay, there are different types of auger we have already discussed, and out of that auger you have to just initiate the borehole. Right, now after initiating the borehole you have to insert the casing pipe. See here, this is the casing pipe. First you have to insert, suppose there is a borehole, you have advanced borehole or begin the borehole. up to this depth. Okay, so you have up to this depth, you have to insert the casing pipe here, right? After inserting the casing pipe, I will show the hole is then continued by the use of chopping bit. Okay, now this bit is at initial stage, it will come here. Okay, and after that it will goes down down down. Okay, and the hole is then continued by use of chopping bit fixed at the end of the string to a hollow drilling rod. Okay, at the end of the string of hollow drilling rod, there is a chopping bit. Okay, and this chopping bit will drill this portion. Okay, a stream of water under pressure is forced through the rod and the bit into the hole. Okay, a stream of water is under pressure is forced through the rod. From this rod, the stream of water is released with pressure on this portion, and due to this water pressure, you will that the portion is digged. Okay. Now the loosened soil as a water flows with around the pipe. Okay, now the loosened soil, due to this chopping bit and water pressure, the soil get loosened. Okay, and that loosened soil is floated in this casing pipe around this pipe, right? Now hand operated auger methods, sorry, uh, hand operated auger methods is generally used for it to initiate this hole, and after that we'll provide the chopping bit, and the slurry with soil is floated in this pipe, and that will come here upside. Now the loosened soil in suspension with the water is discharged into the tub. This is called as a tub or settling tank. Now this loosened soil with the water is discharged in this tub. Okay, the soil in the suspension settles down in the tub. Now the suspended particles in that soil or that slurry, the suspended particle will settle down. Okay, and the clean water flows into the sump, and the above clean water is flowed into the sump, which is reused for a circulation. That water you have to use for circulation, right, and gives under pressure to the bottom of the soil. Okay, with the hollow stream and chopping bit. The power for which boring is either mechanical or manpower. The power required for this is either mechanical power or a manpower. Okay, means by mechanically you can rotate this winch and take this assembly upside, and simultaneously you can lower it, right? Or by using manually you can pull it or down it. Okay, mainly wash boring is used for a drilling holes in the ground. Okay, once the hole is drilled, a sampler is inserted to obtain the soil sample from the for a lab testing. Okay, after drilling the hole, the sampler you have to insert in this and collect the soil sample from the with the help of sampler, and that soil sample uh, you have to do the lab test of that soil sample. Okay, clear? So this is about the wash boring. Now there are some advantages and disadvantages of wash boring. Now the first advantage is instrument used is a relatively light in weight. Okay, so you can carry this instrument easily. Next, inexpensive method of boring. Okay, it's quite economical method. Then it is fast and simple method. Clear? And there are some disadvantages. Now the first disadvantage is it is slow in steep and coarse grained soil. Okay, then it cannot be used in a rock strata. Okay, due to rock strata the water pressure is not affected on that rock strata, and you will not get the proper hole. Okay, now the good quality undisturbed sample cannot be obtained, means you will get only the disturbed sample. Due to this process you will not get undisturbed sample. Okay, So this is the disadvantage. You will not get the undisturbed sample. And the last one is not suitable in areas where groundwater table is very near to the ground. Okay, now what happen when the groundwater table is very near to the ground? See here in this figure, suppose the groundwater table is at this level. Okay, means after digging to this depth you will get the water at this level. Okay, and what happen if the groundwater table is above or lower to the ground surface? Means what happen, this wash boring is totally depends on the pressure of water. Okay, and once the drilling bit is at this portion, okay, and you are giving the water pressure to this, and due to presence of groundwater table there is a uplift pressure of this water. Okay, and due to the uplift pressure, the pressure from upward to downward is get minimized. Okay, so the water pressure is decreases due to the uplift pressure of water, and will not, this process is not effectively run. So we'll avoid, it is not suitable in areas where the groundwater table is very near to the ground surface. Okay, so these are the disadvantages. Now next method is your rotary drilling. Okay, now rotary drilling, I will see the diagram, I will tell the different parts. Now see, this is the cable. Okay, so this is the cable and this is the hosting drum collect the table and release the table. Then this is the tower mast. Okay, this is the assembly of tower mast. Then drive rod, this is the drive rod. Then here is mud pump. Okay, then hydraulic cylinder is there. Okay, hydraulic pressure you can release here. Then this is total assembly is called as a rotary head. Okay, then drill pipe, see here, this is the drill pipe. Then drill collar is there. Okay, and here also you can see the casing. Okay, and at the bottom of drill pipe you will see the bit. Okay, and that bit is also replaced by sampling spoon. Okay, and by sampling spoon we will collect the sample from at a different depth. Okay, so that bit may be replaced. Then see here, this is the settling pit, and settling pit is connected to the return flow ditch. Okay, so this is the return flow ditch, and settling pit is connected to return flow ditch. And above the settling pit there is a main pit from which mud is sucked, and this is the suction nose. The mud is sucked with the help of mud pump, and that mud is provided or used in a drilling for a drilling purpose, and that affects as a casing material. Okay, how that affect on casing material I will tell you that. Okay, so these are the different parts of rotary drilling. Now in rotary drilling method, the borehole is advanced by rotating a hollow drill rod. Okay, the how will you drill the hole? By rotating the hollow drill rod. Okay, which has cutting bit at its lower end. See here, this is the cutting bit at its lower end. Okay, so after rotating, the borehole is advanced. Okay, a drill head is provided at the top of the drill rod. See here, this is the rotary head, or you can call it as a drill head. That total assembly is called as a drill head. Is provided at the top of the drill rod. Okay, so this is the drill rod. At the top of drill rod, this is the rotary head or drill head arrangement is there. It consists of a rotary mechanism, right? So it rotates the drill pipe, and an arrangement for applying downward pressure. There is also, see here, hydraulic cylinder is there. Due to the that pressure, it has facility to arrangement of applying downward pressure. So it can go downward. Now a drilling rod is rotated. The cutting bit shears of chips of material penetrated. Okay, the cutting bit shear of chips of material penetrated. A drilling fluid is introduced under pressure. Okay, and the drilling fluid is introduced under pressure with the help of mud pump. through drilling rod to the bottom of the hole. Okay, and that mud pump is comes through the drill rod at the and it comes to the bottom of the drill rod. Okay, the cutting material penetrates are carried out to the ground by the fluid through the annular space between the drill rod and wall of the hole. Okay, now see here, there is a annular space is created. Now annular space is like a uh, hollow cylinder. Okay, see here, this is one circular, this is, so this is the hollow drill pipe. Okay, inner portion is your hollow drill pipe and this is the annular surface. Okay, and the what here I will tell it again, the cutting material penetrates are carried out, that cutting material penetrated cutting material is carried out to the ground by the fluid, right? There is a fluid inside due to this mud, by fluid through the annular space. Annular space means this space between this hollow and casing. The empty space is called as a annular space, and from that annular space the drilling fluid is carried out. The drill rod, between the drill rod and the wall of the hole. Okay, now the another function of fluid is to cool the drilling bit. Okay, what happen when the fluid is come at the bottom? Okay, and due to rotatory action the bit gets heat, right? And to cool that bit the mud is used. Okay, means that fluid is useful for a cooling the bit. The drilling fluid also supports the wall for hole in case of uncased hole. Suppose there is not a casing pipe, right? And what happened due to this drilling fluid or the mud gets attached to the boundary of your hole and it provides support to the hole and avoid the caving of soil inside the hole, right? The drilling bit is replaced by a sampler. Okay, I write here replaced by sampler spoon when the soil sample is required to be taken. Okay, after drilling the hole, we have to remove this bit and attach sampler spoon here and collect the soil sample at this level and take for a lab test. Okay, so here are also some advantages and disadvantages. Now the first advantage is rotary drilling can be used in a clay, sand and rocks only. Okay, their borehole of diameter 50 mm to 200 mm can be easily drilled by this method. So these are two advantages. And what are the disadvantages? Now first is if soil contains large number of particles of a gravel size or a larger, this method is not well adopted because the particles of this size start rotating below the drill bit. Okay, see here what happen if you will get the particle size of a size of gravel, okay, or larger than gravel, then due to the rotary action these gravels are rotated to the bottom of bit. Okay, see here if the soil containing larger number of particles of gravel size or larger, this method is not well adopted because the particles of this size start rotating below the drill rod and it becomes very difficult to drill the hole. Okay, now the next disadvantage is to get disturbed sample only. Okay, you will not get undisturbed sample here, you will get only disturbed type of sample. And the last one is it is not economical as compared to the wash drilling. Okay, it is quite costly. So this is about the rotary drilling. And the last, in today's session we are going to see the last method is percussion drilling. Now in percussion drilling, so this is the diagram for percussion drilling. See here, this is the tripod. Okay, this is the cable, winch here, power unit is there, then wheel is there, wheel is attached with the cable is attached with winch and wheel. Okay, and with that cable there is attached hammer bit casing. Okay, this is the hammer. Okay, and outside the hammer there is a casing. Then sample collection, you can replace it with by sample collection or sample spoon. Then see these are the different layers of a soil. Okay, so this is the simple arrangement of percussion drilling. Now we'll see what is the percussion drilling. It is another method of drilling hole in which heavy drilling bit, so this is the heavy drilling bit, is alternately raised and dropped in such a manner that it powders the underlying material and forms into slurry in water. Okay, what I have to do in this percussion drilling? This is the heavy bit, right? And this heavy drilling bit, we have to alternately rise and lower. Means you have to rise it and release it, so it can hammer to the underneath layer. Okay, and due to this hammering effect, what happen? The underneath material gets in powder form. Okay, and if you add the water, it becomes in a slurry form. Okay, this slurry is removed out of the hole by means of sand pump at some interval. Okay, so this slurry you have to remove with the help of pump at a frequently time. Okay, in all types of drilling, the sides of holes may be stabilized if required by the use of drilling mud or casing pipe. To avoid the caving in, you have to provide casing pipe, or also you can use the mud to protect the outer, to protect the soil from caving in. Then the machinery used is to advance the holes and take sample is called as a drilling rig. The machinery used to take the sample in this method is called as a drilling rig. Okay, and generally to avoid the caving in the material, the mud is used. That mud is called as a bentonite slurry. Okay, bentonite slurry act as a caving material or a casing material. Okay, percussion drilling method is specially used for making holes in rocks, then boulders and other hard strata. Then percussion drilling consists of a lifting and dropping of a very heavy chisel in a vertical hole. The material gets pulverized. If the chisel strokes above the water table, water is added to the hole. Okay. Now for drilling table, for a drilling tube well, percussion drilling is used. Okay. For a tube well drilling, percussion methods is always used. Then there are some advantages and disadvantages of percussion drilling. Now the first advantage is percussion drilling can be used in all types of soil. Okay. Then it is very much useful for boring. It is boring, not boring. It is boring. It is very much useful for boring deeper holes like that for tube well through rock or boulders. So these are the advantages of percussion drilling, and the disadvantages of percussion drilling is because of heavy blows of the chisel, the material at the bottom is in disturbed state. Okay, you will not get undisturbed sample. Then the more expensive as compared to other methods, it is expensive method, not economical. Then difficult to detect minor changes, the properties of strata penetrated. Okay, due to the heavy impact, there is a chances of changes in strata. Okay, so it is very difficult to identify that or detect that changes. And the last one is you will get only disturbed sample, you will not get undisturbed sample in this method. Okay, so this is about the percussion drilling. With this I will stop here. Thank you.